is the pressure so strong in Roma if it's not a club that wins all the time? It's not like we're talking about Milan or Juventus. Why is the pressure so great here?
I think it's all about, you know, the love, the way we are for everything. You know, if I was a chef, it was like this. If you cook carbonara and there's not enough guanciale, people, hey, come on, you should come here. It's a nice place for him, but no, it's the way we are. Of course, Roma and football is very, very important for us in Italy, especially in Rome. So there's a lot of pressure. Also, if we are, you know, aware that we're not Real Madrid, we're not winning, but more of the fans are ready to accept a no-winning season, you know. That's what they say.
But do the fans want the style of play, or is it about winning, or are they interested? Is winning more important than the style of play?
No, not for many of them. They love, you know, the loyalty, the effort you do on the pitch. Also, if you're not from Rome, but they want to win. They will win. We spent 10, 12 years, you know, not winning, but, you know, very close to the first. I've been 9 times second in the league, and it's crazy. It's crazy against, you know, teams that build up the team with 200 million more than us. So you never won, but you won a lot of matches in this season. So people are, you know, are comfortable with the performance you gave.
When you started to play, did you always want to play for Roma?
Yes, everybody here in Rome say that they want to play for Roma, and sometimes it happens. When you are in Roma, you have to choose, you know. Sometimes you're so lucky that you can choose to go in a better club or to stay here. I made this decision, and it's a bad footballistic decision, but for me it's okay. I'm not living with regrets.
How old was you when you signed with Roma?
I signed for Roma for the youth. I was 12, I guess.
Wow.
12, and I was practicing the same place I'm now. Of course, it was totally different. And I started when I was 12. I never played. I was on the bench all the first 3-4 years long, and then I was a totally different player. I was a striker, very, very, you know, light.
Yes.
And I was, you know, a delicate guy, skinny guy, good technically, but not aggressive. And then I figured that out, that if I wanted to play,
is there something about, when you talk about everyone wants to be a Roma player and the passion of the city, and I think of you, Totti, and then further back, Giannini.
Yeah, of course.
They're the 3 players I remember as sort of local players. Are you like more heroes to the supporters here because you're local? Is there a big feeling for local players?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that starts from the love of the people for this club. It's not just me, Francesco, and Giannini. It's many of other players, and some of them are not maybe good enough to decide to stay. Sometimes they're going on loan or going to other path, following other path. But it's a dream. You know, when you grow up like a Roman kid, you dream about this.
When did you get into the team?
It was, you know, like this. I was starting to play a little bit more because I grew up.
When did you change from striker to midfield?
I was 17, maybe 16.
Okay.
And it was like this because we were losing a match against a club in Tuscany, Arezzo. I was on the bench. The captain of my team was playing as a midfielder, like I did all my career. And we were losing against them. He got a red card. So the coach called me and said, go and play. Where? There, in place of Fabio. I went there, we won 2-1. Wow. And the match after, Fabio was out, and he put me on this match against Pescara. I can remember everything because it changed my life, actually.
Yes.
So we won this match. Fabio was back in the defense as center back. We played together, and then my life and my career changed because this coach came with me, and we called it Primavera. It's the, you know, second team for us. Right. We call it Primavera. And then this coach, this summer, 7 midfielders from Primavera went to the pre-season with the first team, and I was in Primavera.
Wow.
So I said, once they go back, I never play. This coach is a weird guy, funny guy, but, you know, strong one. He said, you're my player, you will be my player, you will play. I kept on playing, and then Fabio Capello called me after watching me with Primavera, and I never go back.
That's
I would
amazing.
like it.
So
I would
Fabio
like it.
Capello was the first coach of the first team to give you a chance.
The first guy that called me for the, at the beginning was just a few practices. And I stood there a couple of months. It was the best season of our life because they won Scudetto this season. I had a couple of bench and I was, tiny part of this campaign. Of course, nobody remembered me, but I remember all the emotions in the dressing room. And the season after, I was supposed to go on loan, but then I stood. I played 4 or 5 matches, and the season after again, he was trying to get Edgar Davids from Juventus.
Edgar Davids, okay.
And Juventus asked 4 or 5 young players to exchange with Davids. Then it didn't happen, I don't know why. And I had a couple of chances to go, Chievo, Empoli, Regina. I said, no, I think I will play this season. And everybody said, are you crazy? You never play full of good players. Emerson, Dacour, Tomasi, Zanetti. I said, no, I'm gonna play. And I played 25, 26 matches, enough for a young guy. And
I remember the team you're talking about. Liverpool played you in 2001 in the UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
And you rested a few players because you were trying to win the league. Batistuta was on the bench in the UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
And then the season after, we played you in the Champions League.
Yeah.
In the group stage. So I remember that team. Cafu was playing, Candela on the left.
Do you remember
Montella.
the name of the referee of this match?
No, maybe.
Everybody remember Garcia Aranda.
So the referee, Marcus Babbel, handball. I think this was in the UEFA Cup. In UEFA Cup, so 2001. We won we ended up winning the trophy.
Yeah.
So we win in Rome 2-0. Michael Owen scores 2. Go back home, getting beat 1-0. And then they're putting under pressure and it's handball. So the referee blows and points to the penalty spot. But the linesman, I think, runs to the corner flag, thinking it's a corner. And then the referee just changes his arm, doesn't he?
I remember that, yeah.
Wow.
No, I do remember, yeah.
Wow.
And then we're just like, no one says nothing, just carry on. They're all going crazy, all the Roma players.
This was the moment we won. Roma won Scudetto.
Yeah.
Because leaving the UEFA Cup, we had,
You concentrate on the
focus
league, yeah.
focus on the league. So it was easy for us.
So it was a good decision.
Thank you. It happened once in every 50 years. So thank
No,
you.
but it was a great Roma team, that.
Yeah.
Really good, very good.
Do you have a team you like in England? Is there a team you followed in England? No, I was always just...
No, I follow football in England. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, when I was young, I follow a little more Manchester United. I was fascinated by UAE or legacy, and but I follow all the football in England. I really like this.
Were you tempted to play in England? Never?
I was close to come in England. Yeah, it was my first option if I leave Rome because
Which club?
I couldn't go. It was Man United for me.
Yes.
I had some chance to go in other teams, but Man United was the one that I recognized when I was younger. It was the best team in England.
And you like
So far,
Roy?
it's one of the best.
Did you like
As
Roy?
I left by then, you weren't replacing me, were you?
No, you were already old. I think. 2006, once we
Yes.
were in the airport during the World Cup, and Marcello Lippi called me to come. And I came because I was scared of him. And he called me, and he opened the door. He brought me inside a small room, and there was Alex Ferguson in this room. He was flying from a city to another to watch the World Cup. Said, you have to go there. I was shy because of him, because of Marcello Lippi as well. It was scary. It was a 3 minutes moment, nothing serious, but I would like to say, yes, I want to come.
Yeah.
I want to come because Manchester United when I was young, it was something huge.
But that was the summer they signed Michael Carrick, I think, in the position that
Tottenham.
probably.
that you would have played.
Wow.
And they did the right call because he was a great player. I played against him 3-4 times and sometimes happened a disaster for us. we lost 7-1, 3-0, 2-0.
Did you score in this game? Did
Yeah,
you
I scored a nice goal,
in that
a nice embarrassing goal. Yeah, it was embarrassing for us.
game? Yeah.
We were very good at the first leg in Rome. We won 2-1, and we thought, this is our season. This is our Champions League because we were better than Manchester United.
Yeah.
And we had to go back there. Couple of injuries. We have a different team. Very good starting 11, and less good.
Was the game in Rome? Was that the Ronaldo header?
No.
Was that the one the year after? Oh, the year after.
The game in Rome was the one that postcodes get
Sent off.
I cannot say expulso.
Yeah.
A red card
Yeah, red
after
card.
20 minutes.
Wow.
And we were dominating the game.
Yeah.
We were close to score other goals, but we were pretty happy about the 2-1. And okay, we're going to handle it in Manchester, and then they killed us since the first minute.
Or the Italian under 21, did you?
Yeah, more or less the same process. You know, I was not started in Roma in the youth team, so of course I was never called for the national teams. I started in under 19 after I started playing with the Primavera, and sometimes I was with the first team, and then they started calling me for under 19, under 20, under 21. We won the Euro Cup in Germany.
How old was you then?
It was 2004, so I was 20, almost 21.
So,
And then we had the Olympic Games this summer. I went to the Olympic Games and we're getting this bronze medal.
Yeah.
And the call from Marcello Lippi maybe not Marcello Lippi, maybe the team manager called our team manager, said, De Rossi, tomorrow you go to the national team. So I went back, and I was lucky because every time was very, very fast. I played my first match in national team. I was scared, and I scored after 3 minutes. So every time was very easy for me to get more relaxed.
You have to take them chances.
Yeah.
You have to take them. A lot of players get that opportunity, they don't take it. So you obviously you were ready.
My teammate said I'm very lucky.
very lucky.
Yeah.
We all need luck,
Also as a coach.
Juventus, AC Milan, being relegated, points deductions, referees. How was that being in the squad?
It happened right before the World Cup. We had fans chanting against all the Juventus players. They were blaming us just like we did something bad, but the players didn't do anything. So it was weird because we were about to prepare something that can unite everybody behind us. But after we went to Germany. In Germany, there are Italian people that live there, grew up there, probably born there, but with the Italian roots. So they didn't care about this scandal or this problem. They were with us, so they filled all the stadium, the small stadium we were practicing, and they helped us a lot. Then the World Cup started, we won a couple of matches, and then everybody turned into, but they're good. There's some scandal, but they're not, they're good. So they pushed us until the final.
What was it like being the youngest player in that squad?
It was weird because I was the younger player, but I was suspended after 2 matches.
Yes,
I got a red card,
you got the
4
red
matches,
card,
so I was the dumbest player in the team because I got this elbow. So I didn't enjoy all the tournament. I was, spending all days praying that I have another chance, another call to play the final, because I knew Marcello Lippi loved him, loved me a lot. So he always speak about me. He always behind me also if he was very angry. But I thought if we go on the final, also if it's difficult for a coach to put a guy that made a mess 3 weeks ago, but I always be sure that he could give me another shot. And also the assistant coach told me one day before the semi-final, if you go to the final, you will be playing, and this has happened.
I'm so sorry. Okay, have a wine or lager meal.
What do you say? What do you want?
No, I'm not comfortable with wine during an interview. I can make.
What beer do you have?
Okay, have a the beer Castello.
Can I have one of these ones?
Okay,
Please.
no, small size.
Small size, please.
I'll have the same.
Yeah, love save, yeah.
Scusi.
Yeah.
Can I have the big size, grande? I'm gonna keep it for the whole. Yeah, no, I'll keep it for the whole time.
Was he the best coach you played under Marcello Lippi?
Marcello Lippi was a great coach. He can handle the group. He can, he always find the right word in the right moment. And sometimes it was very tough, very, very hard to accept. Just like, many of the old coaches. But sometimes it was very, very sweet. With me, he alternate the stick and the carrot. That's what we say in Rome. I don't know if it's like this for you. And of course, he was a very good coach. Technically, tactically, he was very, very smart, but he creates an atmosphere that helped us to win 100% because the squad was full of champs. No, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about Totti, Nesta, Navarro, great characters, great personalities, but everybody was, pushing together the same way. This, generation had to win this trophy because they were very close to win the Euro Cup in 2000, I guess.
Yes.
And they were beaten in the 2002 against Korea in another weird game.
Yes.
So they deserve to win this match. I hope. I'm happy. I'm happy I was part of this great group of guys. And
You took one of the penalties, huh?
yeah, I was so scared. I was thinking, and I was walking to the penalty spot, and I was thinking about my parents. I was like,
Wow.
because they suffer from the red card, the criticism from the journalists, and they suffer for it. And they were in this place in my neighborhood close to the beach. Everybody was the huge screen. So if I'm people staring at them, and fortunately I scored. That was a tough moment. It's maybe the only moment I can remember easily, clearly, because I have many memories fading away because it's 20 years ago.
Yes.
So, but I didn't celebrate because I wasn't doing the doping and I couldn't. Peace. Can I say peace?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was
After the game, you had to do the doping.
I was in this small dressing room with Cannavaro. They brought us the cup 2 seconds, and then
Yes.
they brought it back, and then I had this memory about the penalty. It was very, very intense, and then the celebration on the beach, and the day after we were drunk. So I can't remember anything. We were on this,
amazing.
open bus here in Rome. 1 million of fans. It was nice. It was nice, but maybe too early in my career.
You think?
Yeah, maybe too early. I could enjoy more than if he was, closer to me now.
Obviously, you took a penalty in the 2000 same World Cup, didn't you? It's amazing.
Yeah, I
isn't it?
took one. I missed one. Yeah.
do you think-
My parents are still getting stick.
You got brought on with 1 minute to go to take a penalty
Yeah.
without kicking the ball on the pitch. You never touched the ball, did you?
No.
Yeah, but that's just strange to bring somebody on to take a penalty who's not penalty
Exactly.
taker.
Yes.
Well, you know why it was? We did a penalty competition in training, and he won the penalty competition in training, and he took the penalty.
So you had a good technique to you anyway. It's not as if
Yeah, remember he scored the one, and then they had to take it again, didn't it?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to take it again? What was
Because the
it?
referee hadn't blew his whistle. But I'd taken 2 penalties for Liverpool in shootouts and
Right.
scored both of them. And I'd always done the same thing. I'd had a long put the ball down, turned round. Can you understand? Yeah. very happy for you.
What's it close?
Just nod your head. I'm not missing any word. And I'd sort of walk back, and when I turned down, I went, so I'd run with pace to put pace on the pass. And I'd just done that for Liverpool, so I didn't do anything different. So I don't know if the referees didn't blow the whistle or did in the shootouts with Liverpool. And I just turned around and just went.
Jesus.
And then when I put it in, I think the keeper was stood there like,
What point does the referee
That's what I
blow the whistle? It must be when they put the ball down, surely, no?
No, you put the ball
No,
down.
no, you still have
you
to
put
go
the ball
back
down,
and
then
you wait, yeah.
Yeah. But is it the referee blows the whistle? Then you put. Then it's up to you. It's not.
but you put the
Oh, they
ball
put
down,
the ball down, then you go back, then they blow. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He waits for you to go back,
thank you.
Maybe the keeper was doing all that mind game stuff, was
Yeah,
he, do you reckon?
it worked.
Who was the key?
Against
It was
Portugal.
Portugal.
Yeah, Cristiano scored the winning penalty. Yeah.
Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard missed as well.
Yeah, okay. It was good company.
You having a beer here? Sorry. He looks like a beer man.
Thank you.
Yeah, problem with penalties in
England, yeah.
We won a couple of times against.
Yeah, it's good when you're Irish.
Yeah. We were sure. We had problem with penalties.
Did you when you said that, if it goes to penalties we're gonna win?
Not really. But we played twice against England in the Euro Cup, and we won twice at penalty. Once in Ukraine,
Yeah.
quarterfinal.
2012.
2012.
I was a coach at the time
Okay,
with Roy
okay.
Hodgson, yeah.
I got injured at 97 minutes, but I played this match, and we won the penalty. We missed the first one, and we won in Wembley in the final.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
who's the midfielder? That's who's Pirlo was playing with you,
Yeah.
and who else was playing in midfield?
I think Marchisio,
Marchisio,
probably,
yeah.
or Montolivo as well.
Yeah.
Also, Thiago Motta was there in this team, and in my place come on Nocerino. We had a good team. We lost. We were being beaten badly against Spain in the final. Different than the other quarterfinal because they were much better than us. But this match we were better than England, I guess.
You were.
England
You
were-
kept the ball off of the
Yeah,
ground.
very defensive. If I can remember, with huge player, amazing player, Gerrard and
Yeah, I mean, you've won the World Cup, you've played in another final against Spain, Italy won the Euro 4 years ago. What do you feel when you look at England as a country? What do you feel England lack to go and win a trophy?
sometimes it's about to have a 2 meters goalkeeper in the goal during the penalties.
Yes.
Yeah, because Donnarumma, I shoot once against Donnarumma penalty in San Siro, and I couldn't see the net, So sometimes
If he goes the right way, he's
yeah,
probably
you can
gonna
blame a
score.
coach, you can blame a player, you can blame, but it's all about this. They could be more probably brave, courageous after they score after 3 minutes, because the stadium was crazy atmosphere, and they score after 3 minutes, and probably they stopped to play a little earlier, and we got back on our level because we have good players. If we leave us the ball with Jorginho, Verratti, all these players, Bonucci, of course, and then it happened. It can happen something like this, but they keep playing with all these counter-attack players like Saka, like I don't know, probably Grealish was in the
Grealish
in the
came
match.
on.
Rashford was there. Rashford.
Rashford.
Grealish came
So
on.
probably they can score the second time, and we were dead. And after we equalize, everything has changed. So we can smell the fear.
Wow, that's amazing.
Buon appetito.
The network, this area, obviously it's very Roma area. Did Totti come from this area?
Yeah, we grew up I think in this road.
Yeah?
But of course in this area, in this neighborhood, it's called San Giovanni. It's very popular. It's very full of Romanisti. I think there's many other restaurants like this in Roma. I never visit some of them because when it's open, I can't come here. But
Yes.
there's a big one.
What would they do if you came here when it was open? The fans would just be all over you. They would.
I never experienced this. I think
They would be. Yeah.
it can be a mess. I live in the city center actually.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the only player that living in the city center. Since I was a player, I choose to live here because I leave the town, and after a couple of millions of pictures and autographs, now I'm living the perfect way because I live close to St. Peter's, so full of stranger, interest in religion, Pope, and they don't care about.
So you move
football.
out of the city now.
I live 10 minutes from here, 10 minutes with the bike.
Roma Lazio, we'd like to maybe come to the derby. Amazing. When do you play them? Is it soon or?
We play in January.
January.
Play in January.
Yeah.
It's amazing if you're
Should
not
come
part
over,
of this.
Yeah, we'll come over.
I'd love
that
it.
derby,
We should come to that
It's
derby.
very intense. It's very intense. It's very important for us, especially because of the reason we were talking about before. We don't win. Lazio neither. Lazio maybe in the early 2000s had a very good team like us, but they had a very good team. They won Cup Winners'
Cup.
Yeah, I can't remember.
They won it in England.
Yeah.
I think at Villa
They won the
Park.
Super Cup against Man United. They have a very good team, but now it's 7-6 years. We're not able to win trophies, so derby is still something very important for the for the fans, for the town. It's not nice, but sometimes you win derbies and you get more relaxed and say, okay, we won the derby. My first derby as a coach. And after 3 days, I guess we had the quarterfinal against Milan, and nobody cared about.
No one cared?
No.
Wow.
They did, but it was we did the important part. Then see about how the cherry on the cake it can be against Milan, but derby moved a lot of the public opinion, public interested, and of course it's exactly the opposite for Lazio. They lost, and they supposed to be the worst team in the world, and they were 3-4 points behind us.
Wow. Wow.
How is Italian football generally? How do you compare it with Spanish football, with English football?
I just play here, so I don't have the tools to judge the other football. But as a watcher, I think is more tactical, more defensive probably.
Yeah.
It's harder to score here, especially because probably the players now in England are better than the players that's still playing here in Italy because of all the reasons money and the business is there. And but it's very hard to play against the small teams. Everybody played every single point, every single minute, like it was the last match of the season. So it's hard, but of course it's more spectacular the English one. I think at the beginning, maybe 20 years ago, I'm sorry, it was less tactical, but now all the coaches are from Italy, Spain, wherever. So now, and also England coaches are great now. Newcastle one is very good, but here in Italy it's hard. It's hard.
But sorry, guys. You stayed in Italy as a player. As a coach, are you thinking I definitely want to coach in different countries?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of
definitely
course,
as a coach, a different mindset.
Especially in England, or I'd love to go back in Boca Juniors because I left this stuff open. I want to go back to
Why?
Finish the business.
What's with Boca Juniors? I know you went there as a player. You played a few games. You just
I don't know. I grew up like this. I was, watching some clips about Maradona, about the stadium. I fell in love with the stadium, with the love they have for, probably because it's similar to what we have here, what we feel here. So I moved there, and it was crazy, absolutely crazy. The people, the republic, the government, everybody is talking about Boca Juniors, especially, but also about football in Argentina. They live for football more than us. So it's a religion. It's really.
I went to the stadium. I was
Really?
there on holiday, and I went to Boca's. Had a tour around the stadium. It was,
On the tour, or you
tour.
watched the game?
No, there was no game. It was just a tour with my family. But even that was nice. It was nice feel for the club. Yeah.
I think everybody, loves football so much. Needs to,
Did you do the River?
to watch a game there.
Did you
once.
witness the game with River played?
Yeah, I played. Yeah, I played there in the Monumental.
What was it like? Because the Lazio Roma is very intense. Is this one intense?
It's different. It's something more. It was the first match, first Super Classico after the final of Madrid. They played the final of Copa Libertadores in Madrid.
Yeah.
River won. I just came after 6 months of this final, and we were playing this match there. They create just like a funeral of Boca Juniors. So the fans were teasing us with crosses and coffin, and black balloons. The ones are not jumping died in Madrid. So that's what they sang, and we were there against a very good team, and we equalized 0-0. We didn't shoot probably not even once. We killed each other. This is what. Apparently, we start the match, and we were aware we had just to fight because they were probably better than us, but because Boca fans after this final wanted this, so we had probably 12 yellow cards. it was a massacre, and it was 0-0, and everybody was happy after the match. It was, hey, you fought for us. You fought for us. You really did for us. We wanted this. We didn't want nice football. We love you. And everybody was very relaxed. And the day after, the match after was 60,000 again in Bombonera. We lost the semi-final of Copa Libertadores against River Plate again. We lost 2-0 there, and we won 1-0 at home. And at the end of the match, I probably experienced the best love demonstration of my life. We fought. River was better than us. We fought until 95 minutes, and they stood, applauding everybody, singing this song that is I have Boga in my blood. I don't know how to explain it. It's a song they always sang, and they were crying. You can see the faces crying because because we lost. But they were proud of us. It's a mutual respect, mutual love, and it was incredible. I love these people. It's incredible.
Wow. I'd love to go and watch a game over there.
I would like to do. That's probably one of the derbies. Obviously, Roma Lazio derby. I'd like to watch. But
Road trip.
road trip.
Yeah.
Do road trip.
Putting that out there.
January. More
come.
Guanciale.
Yeah.
Yes.
The weather's nice.
We should do that. This is amazing, huh?
Oh,
Do you look at Pep in England? Do you think Pep? You like Pep? The way Pep
yeah, I
teams
love him.
play, amazing.
I love him. I love him. It's different than anyone else for me.
Yeah.
Of course, he always coached very good teams as well, but it's different. You know, he created something perfect in Barcelona, and he was able to, modify it in Monaco as well, and also in Man City. It's totally different. I think he can do the same also in a smaller club.
You think?
Yeah.
Because
I think
people
so.
say a lot that they would like to see him with a low team in the league. You know, would Pep be able to do what he's doing
Yeah, of course.
with a low team? Because like
Also-
what he does is you have to be, your football intelligence has to be very, very high with Pep to do what he's doing. So this is why people say if he's doing it with a
But he's smart.
a
He's
team.
never going to walk with a low team, is he?
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he'll come to Italy? Do you think he'll come to Italy to complete the?
Once he said he
Yeah.
wanted to come here to show everybody that
Yeah.
different,
everywhere.
another step of his career. I'm not sure he wants to leave Man City. If you find a situation like this,
Yeah.
No, I think
you
he
have
will.
everything. You have 10 Catalani managers in the club. Everybody,
Yeah.
you feel at home. You have money to spend on the players. You're recognized as the one that changed the club lives. So
It'd be good if you went to Lazio, huh?
no, I hope no. I think he will be, the target of one of the biggest club in Italy, Juve, Inter, Milan, very soon. I played with him 6 months, and it was in Roma.
He was
He
in
played in
Roma.
Roma. He played in Roma 6 months. Then he ran away because we were playing different football with Capello. He had some, arguments with him.
Did he have arguments with Capello?
No, I didn't. He
did,
yeah.
He didn't agree with
About
something.
It was not easy to have arguments with Capello because it was a surgeon. It was
Yeah.
fair and tough guy, and they don't probably like each other, but not like person. Like the football idea of Capello was very close to our Italian old school, and Pep was already starting his new chapter. He was very close to end his career, and probably he was thinking about what he can be, this team or this football.
Was he at Brescia before?
I think he went to Brescia,
Brescia.
then he moved to
Mexico.
Roma.
Did he go to Mexico after that? Did he go to
No,
Mexico?
yeah,
sure.
he went to Brescia. Then
Brescia.
he moved to Roma, 6 months, and he ran away from Roma and he goes to Brescia again.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to start one match, and he told me, "I'm leaving. You were playing," and I made my debut against Como,
Yeah.
2003, January 2003. He was a good teammate. He was, happy and humble and always happy to share his thoughts about football. He was talking about football, two touches. We were fighting every single tackle and pass, and he was trying to explain us what probably he already had in his mind.
It's amazing. When did you realize I want to coach? Did you always want to coach?
Very early. My father is a coach. My father was coached academy in Roma since I was 10, maybe 9. He coached the Primavera, this team, for 20 years. I love the way he's a youth sector coach. I'm different than him.
Yeah.
He's more calm, he's relaxed. He's the perfect coach for the young guys. And I want to be, another kind of coach. But I always fell in love with this image of coaching.
Yeah.
So I always thought I will be a coach. And in my last 3-4 years of football, I always thought about how I can prepare this match different than this coach. How it can be more important play, where we can play, what is wrong with this strategy. I start coaching in my mind. I never step over the coach.
Yes.
But I always have my opinion. Sometimes I share with them. I had very good coaches in my career. I had Spalletti, Di Francesco, Luis Enrique, Conte, of course, Lippi, and all the old school. They taught me many things. But I always this.
But you have to be your own man as well. Huh? You have to make your own decisions.
Yeah.
You can learn from other people.
Yeah.
but,
Because football changed. If I take the the same advice that Capello and Lippi gave me 20 years ago. It can be, something that doesn't exist anymore. Football is changing, and you have to take the same advices and modifying them to make them fit with this style of football and with this style of guys. Because the new generation, they're very close to the phones. To build up a group is more difficult than build up, an action or a play or a strategy.
Have you created rules for the players around phones, or when they can use them and when not to use them, or have you just leaving to trust them? And
We inherited something old last season, and we didn't want to create mess.
yeah.
I like it, it's 6 o'clock. They pretend to be night, but 6 o'clock I can eat carbonara at 6 o'clock. It was very good. It was very good.
Good discipline,
I'll be
huh?
back. I'll be
Good
back.
discipline, huh?
And
Very good.
no, we didn't want to create some confusion the past season, but it's pointless to take money out of them because they have enough money to pay all the fines.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't care about this. Sometimes I had a guy that said, okay, well, how much is 100 euro? Okay, I sleep 20 more minutes. I sleep half an hour more. So you run. If you're late, you go to another pitch and you run. If you're late the first time, it's okay. Second time, it's okay, but it's the last call. And from the third time, at the end of the practice, you run. It's the thing that everybody hates. So you run. I don't care if it's not good for your body. You need to be on time.
Ian was always late for training at Arsenal. yes. He used to run, yeah.
I wasn't.
I always
Tony
punctual.
Adams said it.
I mean, maybe we get him on one time. We had a massive argument with him because one time he went on the radio and I said, Tony, I phoned him. I said, Tony, why are you saying that I came late? I didn't come late. You're telling people. He said, sorry, there's a lot of the guys there, and I was showing off. I got laddish. I said, yeah, but people always say it to me. He says it to me all the time now. I wasn't late. I wasn't late all the time. I don't like that no more. It's not even funny.
You were late in Russia when you were going for a
for
walk.
lunch. No, we're going for lunch. No, as well.
Do you want some? This is brilliant.
It's hard though to create rules though, and you think about
But
it.
they've got too much money. How do you punish
No,
them?
but you want the right culture. The rules have got to come from the players. They've got to set the right.
Yeah. They've got to manage it.
Yeah.
People have to be held to account.
We used
in the dressing
to fine each other. That was we had the fine system set up if we were late, and then we give the money to the staff that were
room.
Charity.
Yeah. So, yeah.
charity or the staff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what kind of fines would you impose? What's how much money?
I think when near the end it was £100 a minute. So if you weren't on the bikes, so the bikes in the morning at 10:15, and then if you're out on the training pitch at 11:15 maybe, if you were late for either of those, it's £100 a minute. So it could be 10 minutes later, you're £1,000. I mean, it was a heavy fine. So there was quite a big.
Gary was on 200,000 a week. Keep the change, yeah.
It's not true.
How many times were you sent off? Was it red
As a
card?
coach?
No, as a player. Was it a lot?
No, it was not a lot.
7,
More or
right?
less average 1 per season.
How many times
But
was
when
he
it
sent off?
happened,
Can we get to truth?
when it happened,
Roy was
We need a lie detector machine.
Roy was 13. 13 times. 13.
no, I think less than this. But when it happened, it was very, how can I say, evident. Very,
Yeah.
punches or elbows or some bad tackles like him, and sometimes happened that the referee didn't see this. So
Yeah.
before there was no VAR, so sometimes it happened that I was on the.
screen.
The first page of the screen on the newspapers,
Yeah.
but nobody booked me off. So sometimes, not many, but it was very, very. Nobody can forget some of this bullshit I did. So it's like this. I was like this at the end of my career. I was more calm. In the bench, I'm more or less calm. I just get 1 yellow card. I don't argue with the other coaches.
One card every game, or just
No. Just a couple in my whole career. Never sent off as a coach.
Good.
But as a player, I was, at the early stage of my career, I was
Are
problem.
you physically okay after being your play? Any injuries from when you played? Any problems, knee, hips, or
Yeah. I finished my career because of my cartilage. You say cartilage? I had a hole in my knee. I get back on the pitch in my last year here in Rome, but I wasn't okay. I was okay, but I had for one training, I have to be in the training ground at 7 o'clock doing 3 hours of preparation to make 20 minutes of rondo. So I said maybe it's enough. Then they decided to not renew my contract. I was a little upset, but I think it was the right call because I left in one of the best season of my career. The season before we had semi-final Champions League after beat Barcelona, and it was a couple of very good seasons. The last season I had some injury, but I was good. I was one of the best players in the team, and they decided what I was not, maybe ready or able to decide, and they made me a favor probably because I finished and I retired in Roma when I was a player. When I was,
You're still doing
I was
it.
stand still.
Yeah, you didn't embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
It looks like the people are gathering now. I heard you're here.
I know, that's absolutely amazing.
Thank you very
Great
much.
to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time.
Nice chat.